Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Taurus. If Taurus is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, and this is going to be a bonus reading for Taurus, okay? Not the main reading, but a bonus reading. Okay. And the main reading will come out in a couple of days here. I have to post my my new schedule. We'll have a day for each of them now. And I feel like it's almost like Thursday maybe that Taurus comes out. But I will post it. And I'm going to be doing these scheduled readings, and then we will also do bonus readings like this one. All right, so let's take a look at these. And our card is the Four of Discs. And if I'm not wrong, like I feel like the last reading I did was maybe the Three of Discs for Taurus. So there is a progression here. I always love seeing the Four of Discs too, because it reminds me of just a sense of fortification, being able to be in your temple, your home space, feeling secure, able to kind of withdraw just a little bit so that you might rest, you might really kind of continue to work on the powers and within your life, right? Really getting those energies flowing, those elements flowing through your life in a way that is quite balanced. Okay. So, let's see here. This one's pretty cluttery. Pretty cluttery. Okay, so it looks like we have, I kind of see up in here, we have two people who are kind of crossing over this mountainous area, kind of through this corridor, right? And I feel like there's a sense of partnership here, a sense of camaraderie, feeling like you are supported in this thing that you are kind of navigating through. Okay, and I don't necessarily think that this is a problem, but I think that you have somebody in your life who it just really shows up for you, and you show up for them. I almost wonder if this is like a sibling or like a best friend, or you know, just somebody that you really trust. You know, you have, and I'm thinking about this because it's like going into a cave. What is that called? It's like spelunking or kerplunking, or I don't know, but it's basically people go into caves, and I think they go down like really narrow parts of the caves, sometimes where they're like really have to shimmy themselves through. I absolutely cannot watch these kinds of videos because not that I'm super claustrophobic usually, but I do not put myself in situations like that. I've been into like big caverns, like on tours to see what are those called, stalagmites and stalactites, and those are neat, but I don't like the like really narrow tight quarters, but I imagine if you do go into something like this and you go with somebody, it's somebody that you do trust to some degree. You hope so, right? Somebody that you know, if you get stuck, they're gonna help you try to get out, or you know, they'll go get some help and come back for you or whatever. But I see you really kind of traveling with this person through these different places where sometimes things maybe they get a little dark. Sometimes you don't know what's right, you know, in front of you. It's a mystery to, a great degree, but you have each other. And so I feel like there's an emphasis on this person actively in your life right now, okay? And, if they are not, for whatever reason, as we get older, it's easy to have the intention to call or text somebody or go see somebody you care about, you love. And next thing you know, it's like 2 months later. Next thing you know, it's like 5 weeks later after that, and it continues on like this. And then next thing you know, you haven't seen them more than twice a year. And it's not because you don't love them. It's not because you don't think about them. It really is just that life is busy. So if this is the case, make sure that you reach out to them. Make sure that you plan a date together. Go and see each other. Do something fun. I think that this is somebody who, loves you equally. And sometimes we just really need that kind of person around. We need to be reminded that we are quite lovable, that there are people that really do enjoy us, find us quite charming and funny and all of the things. Now, I know, Taurus, it's not hard for you to find people that find you quite interesting. But, somebody that's been around for some years, it is nice to be reminded of that. Okay, so we also have, it looks like some kind of coyote or maybe a wolf of some kind of canine type animal. And we have the moon, okay? And so I feel there is kind of a movement towards the night side, okay? There's kind of a distortion happening. And, in the night, things sometimes seem not as they are in the day, right? And I love the example always of, the chair that has your pile of clothes on it. And late at night when you wake up and you look over there in the corner and you think, oh my gosh, there's some, ghoul, some scary old man or something sitting in that chair, and you turn on the light or you get your phone and you shine it at it and it's just your clothes, right? But it looks different. It looks different when there's the shadows and the darkness. And so I feel, you have this pull towards the surreal, the abstractions, the kind of twisted reality of things. And, I think that this really has to do with a creative mind. I think that you like fantasy a lot, probably, different kinds of fiction, horror, maybe, sci-fi, whatever it is. You like to go on a mental journey, right? And so, I look at this and I think this is a good time as well for you to be kind of immersing yourself in something that you find interesting. If you are creating your own worlds, or if you are indulging in some kind of fandom, or, reading some kind of literature, watching movies, going to some kind of immersive experience, something that I'm always interested in. And I just don't think that I'm clever enough, maybe, I don't know. Or I always find out about these things after they've already been played, but things like ARGs. And if you don't know what those are, look it up. ARG, okay? And they're games, and they kind of play out in the real world or online or, whatever. And they're interesting. So, there's a lot of things on YouTube about them. You can watch a lot of different videos about ARGs. So, you know, something like that. Something, maybe you are really into solving puzzles. That, you know, it's not only is it fun, it's really good for your mind, keeping your cognitive health going. And, you know, I personally, as I'm getting older, I have been sleep deprived since I had a child. You know, I try to personally do as many as I can as my ADHD mind can handle, doing different kinds of puzzles and escape rooms and, you know, word games and things. And, you know, these things they help our minds stay sharp. So let's see, what else do we have? I see kind of in here I'm looking and I'm seeing kind of what is it called? A phoenix. And kind of almost like, like in an alchemical engraving, right? We have the elemental, we have the salamander and we have the phoenix of the fire. Okay. And so this is a symbol of restoration, you know, of rebirth, of raising from those ashes, right? The flames there. And, you know, kind of really, coming into your power once again. And, you know, I'm a little perplexed just because I know that from the readings, you know, you have been progressively moving forward in the things that you've been doing. But, you know, I feel like this maybe is, because this is so much in this emotional place, I really feel like there is a sense of deep confidence coming from the emotional work you've been doing. I think that and we've talked about removing blockages. With that Four of Discs energy, you know, I feel that your domestic life really is, the foundation is there. I mean, you really have worked hard to get things kind of sorted in a way that feels comfortable to you. I think you're working really hard to provide for yourself. The resources are there, or they're starting to come in. Okay. And emotionally, not that you are a person who is fully like material minded, but hey, you know, it feels good to know that at least the bills are paid right now, right? You can breathe a little bit. And, you know, I think that this really has a lot to do, this image here has a lot to do with that feeling of being able to kind of not necessarily like lay back in leisure, but you can relax just a little bit, you know, and feel good about that. Now up here we have a camel. Okay, and this is, you know, an enduring animal, of course, can withstand some very arid places, difficult terrain, and is self-sufficient in that it carries its own, the water that it needs to survive, right? I look at this and I know, you know, I know, Taurus, you do what you got to do and you are self-sufficient. You figure it out. I've never met a Taurus that could not figure out how to get things done, really. And, you know, maybe not always the most conventional path forward, but, you know, one way or another, it's going to happen. And I really feel like you are back in this place of trusting yourself deeply. And that's so important. Now, I want to turn this and we have a person holding up the grail. And then we have another person here holding up the grail. Okay, so the Cup. And I feel that, you know, with all of this, there really is a sense of having that vessel at the ready, holding those sacred waters. Okay, you are flourishing in a lot of ways. And, you know, in this posture, in this lifting up above the head, really a sense of not only celebration, but devotion. Okay, a lot of gratitude for the divine. Okay, and you're very interconnected with spirit. And, you know, I think that this is a big reason why you have done so well for yourself more recently, because you are in that place where you're very plugged in. Okay. Now, I look at this and I see there is a lot of emotionality. Okay. There's something going on. There is something going on. And I look at it and I almost feel like this is something to do with family. We have a person who has, it looks like some kind of dagger. Okay. And then we have a dog down here. So you have somebody of great loyalty here, okay, showing up for you. And I think, you know, maybe this is the person we talked about at the beginning of the reading. I'm not exactly sure. But there's somebody definitely who rides for you, okay? Now, but different person, somebody. And I think you already know who it is. Cannot be trusted. Cannot be trusted. They are definitely a like backstabber type of person, out for self, and you know, definitely picking up on how you're doing, the things that are going on with you, the successes that you have achieved. Okay. And so I also see the snake, and that's not necessarily like the snake in the grass, but what that is the knowledge. You already know. I think you already know that this person is off. There's something tricky about them. I think that you've probably had, you know, dealings with them in the past. Probably, unfortunately, maybe a family member or somebody within your friends group, an acquaintance of some kind, you know, and they are, you know, I know, you know that they're not to be trusted. So, you know, just watch out for that, you know, safeguard yourself. But we have that Four of Discs energy. You are kind of in your own little fortress anyways. You already know. You already know what's up. So I think that, you know, just make sure that things are okay. Everything's good, you know, and you should be a-okay. But, you know, that energy, that sucks. It sucks when somebody shows themselves like that. You know. So let's flip through this. This is the Dreamer's deck. 40 affirmation cards for pursuing your dreams from the I Know collection. I'm just going to stop where it feels right, and we're going to flip it over and read it together. And it says, I know that it is important to celebrate each win, no matter how big or small. I am celebrating me. Okay, and these are the cups, lifting up those cups. Okay, yes, definitely. Celebrating a sense of devotion, you know, really the gratitude, the deep, deep gratitude, big, small, whatever. You know, I feel like when we live our lives from like a place of being grateful for especially the little stuff, you get into a state of mind where, you know, everything feels like a win. Even if it's just a little, I got home safe. I went out, you know, I did my errands and I got home safe, and I am so grateful for that, you know. And you think about things like that. And then you really, you come to a place in your life where it, you know, there's not much to feel too troubled about or feel too, you know, like you got the short end of things, because there's so much of our life that is a miracle. I mean, it's a miracle that we are existing in this moment, that our, you know, our bodies are, you know, functioning in such a way that we are alive and well, and you know, there's consciousness and whatever, there are enough resources, and I mean, it's just amazing. It's, you know, a bazillion things had to align for this to happen, this moment here. And that is a wonderful thing. Hello, TT. Yes, I'm almost done here. I'll hold on to you. So I want to say thank you so much, Taurus, for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor, truly, to be able to bring these messages to you. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it really helps the channel so much. If you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. And as I said, this is a bonus video, so there will be another Taurus video, and I think in about 3 days, 2 or 3 days from when this one comes out. So look out for that. And if you'd like to leave a comment, please do. I love hearing from you all. It really is one of the biggest reasons that I like doing these readings. The feedback and the love, and really honestly just how generous you all are with your time, your efforts, and sharing your stories. I mean, how brave and how wonderful that really is. Even if it feels like, oh, it's just, you know, whatever, little details and stuff. To me, it means a lot, you know, it really does. So, Taurus, I love you. I thank you. We will talk very soon.